Welcome back to another episode of the Crown and College podcast brought to you by the CSPN. I am one half of your host, Jeremy, aka Black Dante, aka Confucius, aka Spooky Nigger, aka The Rent is Due, and the truth is I'm tired. And with me on this Halloween night is my homie and my co-host.
Oh, bitch! It's me. How y'all doing?
That was such a nigga intro. that was
Nigga ass motherfucker.
that
Nigga
yes,
slash.
yes, the nigga slash was strong within you.
Huh?
I say the nigga slash was strong within you just then.
Yes, indeed. What's going on, bro? Did you watch the baseball on Sunday?
The what?
Did you watch the baseball on Sunday?
The baseball.
Yeah. Did you watch the baseball? The World Series was on Sunday night. Did you watch it?
Oh, not man. You know I don't keep up with baseball like that.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't either. And I mean, to know me is to know that I'm a real casual fan of baseball. Which pisses off actual baseball fan Twitter a lot because they hate when we talk about baseball games while we watching them and we don't really know shit about the players. Which I mean, I guess they got a point, but I don't know.
They be alright.
And yeah, I watched the baseball. I didn't watch the baseball. I actually listened to the baseball, which was an even more enthralling experience. I'm gonna go ahead and say on the scale of watching baseball games versus actually being at them, that's like the biggest differential in enjoyment quotient for me. I can barely tolerate watching it on TV, but I love going to games. And
Makes sense.
basketball, basketball, I don't care if I'm watching it live or watching it on TV. I'm watching it live with good seats. That just multiplies it. But like, I enjoy basketball either way. And football just depends. Football depends on so much. Like if you're around shitty fans who don't understand the game when you're watching it live, that sucks. If you way up in the nosebleeds and the people behind you trying to tell you to sit down when it's 3rd and 5, you're trying to make a lot of noise, that sucks. There's a lot of shit that goes into the actual enjoyment of a football game that again, getting to watch baseball, a sport I don't really get too much face time with, and again, not watching it but listening to it. Man, it was like I feel like I watched it. That's why I keep saying watch, but like I just listened to it. That game was so fucking good.
Yeah, I know it's the World Series, but I don't really keep up with baseball like that. Like when you asked me about it, that's why it took me a minute. I was thrown off because I was like baseball, but I mean,
Don't try to do me on the live show, partner. I know you thought I was trying to troll some shit. It wasn't that.
yeah, I was like baseball, but I know the I know the World Series is it over or is it still going?
It's still going, and it's going back to Los Angeles with the Astros up 3-2, which kind of puts them in the catbird seat, only for the fact that they're going back to Los Angeles for the last 2 games. And not that winning there's impossible. They clearly proved that by winning Game 2 of the World Series in Los Angeles. But yeah, they gotta pull off 2 on the road in a row. And by the time you hear this, they might have done it, or by the time you hear this, the Dodgers might be a World Series champion. Who knows? And that's the joy of baseball. All right, enough of that shit. Moving right along.
Before we move right along, I do have a small church announcement. We gotta pay some bills here. As we said in the intro, you are listening to us. We are part of the Coast Slither Podcast Network, the CSPN. You can shop with all of our sponsors at CSPN at our website, cspn.us, and click that Keep Our Podcast Free tab and shop with all of our sponsors. And every purchase with our sponsors that you make will go through our website, through our network to the Boss Band, Classic Material, and the second head nigga in charge, he who is Don De La Rente, to keep the lights on and keep all of our show and all of our wonderful shows on the network free, so you won't have to pay to listen to me sound like an assembly line for a Ford Taurus. Also, second order of business. second order of business. If you're listening, however you're listening to us, leave us ratings, leave us reviews, leave us 5 stars, share us on social media, use the hashtag Crown and Collards while you're live listening, and we will do our best to interact and follow the show page at Crown and Collards. All of that is in the the description for the episode. And speaking of review, I have a new one for us and that I'm going to read.
I was about to do a whole show just bitching about not getting reviews, but I'm glad we got one. We don't have to do that. Whew. All right.
Pastor and co-pastor are pleased. This is from Tavia 1983. It is entitled "So Trill," 5 stars. It is so refreshing to hear 2 black men from the South who are not misogynistic, who bring comedy and truth at the same time. Thank y'all, and we thank you.
Yes, thank you for listening, and thank you for spreading the good word about us. Again, we are the Southern Catfish Dinner for your ears, but in doing so, we try not to be trash holes about the shit that's going on in the world. I forget where I first heard the term trash holes, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take credit for it. Yeah, that's what we do. You know, we've certainly, I mean, the world has certainly changed a lot in the 3 years we've been doing this. And again, social awareness has changed. And I think it's important that we always do the work on ourselves in terms of making sure that we, you know, continue to check ourselves and continue to check our privileges and, you know, mind our spaces, you know, in the world online and off and what have you. And continue to give that to y'all both as proof that, hey, somebody can do it, and also as inspiration that, hey, if we can do it, y'all can too. I'm a pretty fucking person, but I've never believed that, like, the fact that I'm amazing doesn't mean other people can't be too. So, yes, this is me saying that if you're a fellow listening to this, if you're a white person listening to this, if you have any degree of privilege and you're listening to this show, you can be a better version of yourself. We hope to be a guiding light for that in some ways. We hope to just be a starting point in other ways. And we hope above all else, y'all just listen to marginalized people.
That is correct, and while also being a bit entertaining. Like you don't have to be a head ass to be funny. And I think
exactly
that's the big takeaway, because I feel like our show is just basically like 2 Southern motherfuckers talking. Really, for the most part. And that's not poo-pooing any of the accolades and the people that fuck with us and rock with us and think highly of us. But as I've said many times, when I first thought about doing this shit and then asked Dan to do it with me, I didn't think we would have the platform that we do have. I mean, it's not much, but it's ours, and goddamn it, we dope. But I ain't think we would have the shit that we got now. But I do appreciate y'all fuck with us, and yeah, we just 2 Southern motherfuckers talking, and y'all watching us grow and learn while at the same time bringing a little fuckery. But yeah, you don't have to be a head ass to be funny. I think that's what a lot of motherfuckers, and especially you would think in the age of the goddamn orange octopus. That's the only thing I can come up with. Just fuck it, roll with it. You would think in the age of the orange octopus, motherfuckers would think to not be head asses, but you know, can't save everybody. Like, listen, not all these Black Lives Matter. Hilarious. We really need to have that as a sound clip. Classic. Get that as a sound clip, damn it. But
yeah. Just insert that shit.
Yes.
Not that I don't mind doing it. It do kind of hurt my throat a little bit, but you know, we make a way. We find one.
Yeah, you got to summon up some damn old people phlegm to do that shit. I don't know how you do it. Cause I done tried.
You gotta dig deep, man.
I done tried, and that shit damn near gave me throat cancer. I don't know how you do that shit. But then speaking with that. Thank you for the review, by the way. And keep them coming, y'all, and we'll read them on the air. Speaking of that leads me to something. When I told Dan the day I had a rant on my spirit. And it ain't gonna be that. It ain't. Thank you. You're doing amazing, sweetie. It ain't gonna be that long though. But I do have a rant because I logged on to now. First of all, during the weekends, I don't be on social media that much because I go through enough just being on a 9 to 5 weekly at my job dealing with these goddamn white people, and then logging on to social media and seeing white people and niggas be head asses. So during the weekends, that's my time to be in solitude and just do me. So that's why, like, if you ever don't see him don't see me on social media as much doing on the weekends, that's why. So
if you don't see me on as not to cut you off, but if you don't see me on as much, just know that I'm out here. I'm living, doing shit.
Yeah, Dan living his best white woman of color life right now.
Indeed.
But so the first couple of things I saw when I logged on today was, well, it was a tweet that got circled around. And I can't remember who the young lady was. I honestly, it don't really matter for what I got to say. But it was a tweet, and it was some young lady, black girl. She was like, "Where do She was like, man, what she said? She was like, where are the black men that love black women if they're around anymore?" Something to that effect. And it was another chick, somebody quote RT'd her and said, "Go outside, log off and go outside." And okay, so here's the thing. I don't know where in the past couple of years we've gotten this idea that, and it's selective as fuck too, but we've gotten this idea that social media is somehow some alternate universe where real people don't exist, and it's so much better offline, and people online are just stupid and everything's better offline and shit. I'm trying to figure out where that started, because this is the same country before Twitter and before social media blew up shit. This is the same country that elected Bush twice. So like I don't get this selective cognitive dissonance that people have where they act like everything.
Whoa, wait. Say that last selective what?
Selective cognitive dissonance.
I'll be damned, this nigga is reading.
You know the fuck what? We could get through a whole fucking episode without you trolling me. I swear. Why am I friends with you?
Try again next week. Continue, though.
Wow.
So the selective cognitive that these niggas have, thinking that online and offline is two entirely different fucking realms, where people don't actually sit at a computer or on a phone in the app and type in the username and the password and get on this shit and show what the hell is on your mind at given times. I'm with you. Continue.
Yes. So like because I'm pretty sure I can't. So let's just take what that young lady said. Just as the file starters kind of sort of for this rant. So that they told whoever that was told that young lady that if you want to know see what black men love black women, go outside, log off and go outside. Okay, so here's the thing with that. If you go outside, quote unquote, and you're a woman and you meet men outside, statistically, there's a great goddamn chance you will die because unfortunately, statistically, the number one threat in danger and safety of women, particularly black women, is men, and particularly black men with the domestic violence rate. It doesn't give me great joy to say that. It doesn't mean I'm trying to win a walk off. I'm not trying to act like I am better than these niggas, quote unquote. But the stats and facts are the goddamn facts. So that's
this is not.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
So this is not an aha moment from either of us.
That is correct. It don't bring me joy to say that shit, but goddamn it, You can't have it both ways where the stats and fucking and statistics and fucking football is in the end all be all everything and niggas arguing all over the goddamn timeline about who is a Hall of Fame and what. You can't have both ways where those stats matter because it's sports, but these stats that have some real life impact and shit, they don't count because they not feel good stats and statistics and all that shit. So that's the first thing in the flaw of that logic. The second thing in the flaw of that logic is, let's say you do go out and meet people, quote unquote. It be motherfuckers that I know for a fact. Because people say that it be motherfuckers that be saying go outside and talk to people, stay off of social media, and you'll find, XYZ or whatever. It be motherfuckers that be talking to like 10 people, the same 10 people max a week, that be telling motherfuckers to go outside and meet people and shit. Like, you niggas don't go outside to meet people. Do you talk to everybody that you encounter during the day? No. Do you talk to everybody that you encounter on a daily basis? No. If you did, I'm pretty fucking sure they will have some fucked up views and opinions that you would be like, oh, well, this is trash. So how dare you get on your fake ass high horse on social media to be like, y'all need to go outside and talk to people because XYZ on Twitter is stupid. Nigga, you talk to people and I guarantee you that tune will change. Because again, this is the same country that elected Bush twice. This is the same country that we living in right now that elected Agent Orange. Like, what fake fantasy world are you living in where people offline are so much smarter than people online? You just want to be a head ass and have this like sense of superiority and look down on people online for some time. And you know what? 9 times out of 10, it's for some shit that is kind of important, like you said, like violence against women, shit like that. It's usually motherfuckers saying that shit pejoratively that are usually tone deaf on those kind of topics. So the writing be on the wall. I just be noticing how full of shit people be on this shit. That's all.
Hey, I mean, you can tell by the cosigns I've offered up throughout this rant that I'm 100% on board. These are the same people for the most part. That overlap is significant. I don't want my next significant other to have social media. That'd be the same ones.
Exactly. That Venn diagram one big ass circle.
If I find his social media, I'm gonna block him on it. Or if I find out she got an Instagram account, I'm just gonna creep on it and I'm gonna see if she take pictures of some other dude or by any other trash ass name. But it's all trash in the end. And I mean, we know this niggas gonna nig, but I mean, still, come on, like.
Right.
If you gonna nig, commit to the shit. Don't half-ass it. Don't. Niggas gonna nig online, but we gonna be sweet, angelic, net positive motherfuckers off. No, come on.
If you're gonna fuck around expeditiously.
Right. We gonna let you cook. If you're gonna be a fuck around, it's people who I don't necessarily like that be on Twitter and shit, and other people I know like them. That don't mean I gotta like them. It's like it's people I fuck with who people I fuck with don't like. It don't gotta be this great big fucking circular ass Ouroboros of fucking head eating tail and constantly just keeping this one sweet ass circle going around in perpetuity. It don't gotta be like that. We all gotta like the same people equally. We don't gotta like the same people. But again, if you're gonna dedicate yourself to one side of this fence versus the other, stay on it. Stay on it. And I'm not saying you got to be either 100% angel or 100% devil or no shit like that. Because I mean, hijinks is cool, getting these jokes off of school and what have you. But if your MO is I'm gonna be a fuck boy, be a fuck boy, be the best fuck boy you can be a grade A fuck boy. Just do that shit loud and boldly so I can not be around you. Don't be a fuck boy in sheep's clothing.
Right. If you're gonna be a head ass, if you're gonna fuck around exponentially so people can know not to fuck around with you.
Yeah, I like
but that's
knowing.
all I had. That's all I had. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I like knowing who I am and ain't gonna be down with. And I mean, animals don't change their stripes, or their spots, or their patterns, or their feathers, or whatever. None of you are who you are, and people could take it or leave it, and people could take it at one point and leave it at another point, or people could come around on you. It depends, but that shift's got to happen, multi-directional. It can't just be, oh, you was a head ass and now you're a saint, and so because you're a saint now I have to. No. So anyway, fuck that shit. Let's talk about the skin disease.
That was a long about way of saying that. Don't be a head ass. Don't be a head ass. Don't have this selective ass where people offline. I don't see X, Y, and Z happening offline, so it don't exist. Motherfucker, again, you talk to 5 people max, the same 5 people max a week. You do not have the range for this conversation of what is or isn't this, because you know who you sound like. You know who niggas who say that shit sound like. They sound like them goddamn hillbilly ass racist motherfuckers that voted for Trump that don't believe in fucking global warming, even though it's pretty much a fucking proven fact.
Yep. Well, the flat earthers. That's what's going on.
I know, right? So, but in keeping with the theme of head ass, and so, so did you see what Screaming A. Smith and JR got into it?
I saw a little bit of it. It was about the hoodie, right?
Yeah, I got the shit. I had the root article pulled up, but fuck it, I'll give you Cliff Notes because it's one of those things where, because the root article that I saw about it, it was like Stephen A. Smith is calls out Jay Smith and some respectability. You gotta look good for white people type shit. And you know how sometimes where you see a title of an article and sometimes it's clickbaity and it don't really be as bad when you read the article as it is. That wasn't the case with this one. It was exactly what the damn title. It was exactly what the headline said. This motherfucker Stephen A. Smith said. JR should not have a hoodie on the sidelines, and that it's gonna look bad in front of it basically on some respectability. You need to look good because you're a black man and look good in front of these white folks.
Please. God, I fucking hate that shit, man.
Like, yeah, he basically said J.R. Smith needs to not have a hoodie on the sideline because for white gays. It's like, and I know we deservedly get on Jason Shitlock for his respectability, shucking and jiving shit, but Stephen A. up there in that shit too, cause goddamn. What say, Dan? You broke up.
I'm saying he's not that far behind and never has been. Stephen A. he's a known entity in this way to be, like he used to be down and hip and all that type of shit. And now I guess he realizing that people that's down and hip that he's trying to be down with don't really listen to his old man shit. And so now he done double down on the foolishness, going the opposite direction and moving in that shit Lockean direction. So I don't know. Maybe he angling for a spot on Fox Sports 1. Maybe he's trying to get on All Takes Matter.
Right, because the logic just don't make sense, dog. So and then he doubled down on the shit when JR. You know what? Earl is a national treasure. Earl is a national treasure because Earl got on Twitter and got. Go ahead.
I'm saying Earl, you trying to get the pipe or Nas Smith?
Yes, he is a national treasure. Protect him at all costs. This nigga said he went on Twitter and was like, what does I can't remember everything y'all said, but he basically was like calling Stephen A. the coon that he is, and like, what does my hoodie have to do with anything? I'm on the sideline at a game, like I'm playing and all this shit. And then Stephen A. the worst type of head ass, because he a head ass, but he never gonna admit when he wrong and always gonna try to have the last word of shit. So JR was like, hey dog, what the fuck you coming at me for? You know what I mean? Like, I think he brought up Trayvon Martin and stuff, and then Stephen A. goddamn chromium head ass fucking went on TV and was like, at the end of the day, JR, what you think about me and your opinion of me don't matter. I'm gonna comment on what I see, and your play on the court speaks for itself. And JR hasn't been having a good start to the season, but that don't have shit. His performance don't have shit to do with a goddamn hoodie. It's a fucking hoodie. Like what? What the what? What?
Discriminate to be man. You know, and like I hate to be dismissive of him in this way, but he kind of deserves it. But also, like, I wonder if he's tired of hearing himself talk sometimes. Like, if he just says shit so that people will shout at him just so he don't have to say nothing no more.
No,
like the verse himself, you know.
It gotta be something, because like we said, the theme of the episode so far has been, look, if you're gonna fuck around expeditiously. Like, his cooning don't even make sense. Like, what the fuck does J.R. Smith's hoodie have to do with his shooting and performance on the floor? The Cavs overall haven't looked that good as a collective, as a team. It's not just J.R.
The Cavs have been shitty. Let's just go ahead and call it what it is.
Yeah. But like, to single J.R. Smith out, and for something so malign as a fucking hoodie, like, and then like he tried to bring Nike into it and talk about advertisement and stuff. And meanwhile, somebody, shout out to people on Twitter that have receipts and shit, because somebody pulled out the receipts of like LeBron and Steph and KD and all these other athletes having, you know, sideline gear with Nike and stuff on them, and screaming they ain't have shit to say about that, but you gonna sing a lot JR. Like, I just want, it's gotta be he's salty that JR balling in Cleveland and not New York. It gotta be, because otherwise it just don't make sense. It just don't make sense. The logic is not there for you to have such an opinion and vitriol for this man for something so minuscule as a goddamn hoodie on the sideline. It's gotta be.
Just trying to that JR for it though.
Yeah, well, yeah.
He's J.R. Smith. I mean, he's a known entity at this point. I don't have to say nothing about him that we don't already know. He's in year 13 in the league. Like, we know who this dude is.
Yeah, you know I hear. So that's one head ass. Another head ass. So
we talk about a nigga named Kendall.
Oh, we gonna talk about a nigga named Kendall, but we got to get this out the way quick first, though. So, one of our resident punching bags, Tyrese.
Oh,
yeah. We have to, yeah. So, Tyrese was at a concert here in Atlanta, which I didn't go. Not that I wouldn't go to a concert here in Atlanta. It's just, one, I've been going through financial troubles and your boy ain't got it like that. And two, I really forgot about the shit because they play so much shit on the radio here. I really forgot about the goddamn concert. And it was a nice lineup too. It was like Tank, Avant, I think Kiki. It was a bunch of motherfuckers that you would want to hear. It was nice. Yeah, it was a nice little lineup, but I forgot about the shit. But anyway, so this motherfucker performed here, and so he been in the legal dispute with his ex over custody of their daughter, because it has been reported and claimed that Tyrese was abusive to his ex and their daughter. And he has been trying to basically win a PR war by like, hey, I'm not this bad. Look at me, I'm a good dad and shit with in some kooky ass ways. And this is one of the kookiest. So here at the damn concert, I forget which day it was, but here at the goddamn concert, this nigga this nigga performed Marvin Gaye's Let's Get It On. Now, anybody that knows about Let's Get It On, you should know that that is a sexy time song.
Mm-hmm.
So this nigga Tyrese dedicated the first verse of Let's Get It On. Oh, so what, Dan?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. He dedicated the first verse of his version singing at this damn concert to his daughter.
I can't. I quit. I quit. I quit everything. I quit the podcast. I quit life. Quit it all.
Yeah.
Message after the phone. Not here anymore.
He is. Hold on. Are you? By the way, listeners, Dan is recording this on the road. He is channeling his inner Baker Bone. So, on the road, but still getting podcasting excellence.
I quit. Like that is a legally binding sentence as of right now. I quit everything that ever existed in the world. Now that I know that, but I'm gonna finish this.
But yeah, I don't. Why is Tyrese like at this point? It's like, why is Tyrese? Why are you still allowed to be a sentient human being? Like, why?
Why couldn't we just leave him alone at the Coke commercial? Why couldn't he be where they are? Where are they? Where are they now? Like
right.
The black kid from Ghost.
Right. I just.
Why do that? Why does this specifically have to be his, like, the chapter next of his life? Why? Why is Jadakiss as hard as he gets?
Why did you do that, Sharon? We never find out why she did that. But
no, we never did. We never will. I don't think we ever found Sharon's at. Like, I'm stupid. I tried to search his name and Sharon and see, like, if there was an at Sharon and somebody or other that, like, he was talking to. And I don't think nothing came up. I don't remember.
Yeah,
it couldn't have been. I sure didn't send her no message and ask her why myself. So.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just just why is Tyrese? Just why? Anyway, so moving on to another head. So in niggas that need to get stabbed news, so a nigga named Kendu.
Oh boy.
He had the audacity, the black ass nerve, the unmitigated gall to request more money from Mary J. Blige, who, by the way, update to the story. I heard about it on TGBWT. Who, by the way, I will be on TBGWT tomorrow, recapping The Walking Dead with Rod and Karen. But so make sure you all check that out. Also, I heard this on that show, and then I looked it up. So the judge has blocked this, by the way, or denied it. But just the audacity. So this nigga Kendu requested that Mary pay him more money than she already is paying him in spousal support, because he said because Mary been singing all these heartbreak songs and they about him, he can't get no job.
What?
I will repeat. I will break it down to you, my friend.
I heard you perfectly. My what is more directed metaphorically to Kendu, a nigga named Kendu. I should be more precise.
Yes, that's his name. A nigga named Kendu. That's his name.
Because nigga, the nerveView.com.
Listen, listen to me. The audacity for you to cheat on me with my protege while you my manager, and then have the nerve, and then I have to pay you spousal support already. And then the nerve of you to ask for more money because you say you can't get no job because I'm singing about what you did to me. First of all, who did you think you married to? This is Mary J. Blige. She is the queen of I got my heart broken. Now I'm about to spill the tea of this nigga. Like, she is the queen of that shit. So who did you think you married? First of all. Second of all, I wish the fuck you might cheat on me and then tell me I can't sing about this shit. First of all, just fuck the morality for a minute. Just in a monetary sense, if I have to pay you money, I'm going to do what I do best, and that is sing. And throughout my entire career, I have sung about heartbreak and got myself millions. So in order to keep paying you, I have to keep performing these songs. And so while they may be about you, if you want any kind of money from me, you would think you would want me to perform these songs, and you would sit down and shut the fuck up while I get this money I have to pay you each month. That makes sense to me now. I'm not the smartest nigga in the world. I don't know everything, but it would appear to me that if you want me to keep paying you this money, in order for me to make said money to pay you, I have to sing these songs. In order to get paid, I have to sing these songs. So when I sing these songs, I get paid. And in order for you to get paid, I got to get paid. So you would think you will sit down and shut the fuck up and let me sing these goddamn songs.
Yeah, I mean, this is little more than 5'2" fucking. Just finding all the ways you can be a head ass and going about them.
A nigga named Kendu with light eyes. The audacity. The goddamn audacity. Niggas. The unmitigated gall for you to cheat on me, and I'm already paying you. Then for you to tell me I can't sing about the pain you caused me, boy,
can't sing about it without paying him even more.
Boy, talking about you can't get no damn job, nigga. It ain't my damn fault you a homosexual. If you didn't cheat on me, you wouldn't be in this goddamn situation. Like, boy, what? Are you, in the words of Remy, are you dumb? What is going, what? Boy, Mary better than me, because I would have been stabbed this nigga.
Somebody ask him, are you well?
Right. Yes. Are you well? Is everything all right at home? Because, boy.
Are you fine? Is everything all right with you?
No, the fuck he is not fine. Like, what are you doing? Niggas, boy. See, niggas can't see the forest from the trees. Nigga, if she don't sing, she can't pay you. Like, what are you doing? This is your lifeline.
Just like how we asked why is Tyrese Wise a nigga named Kendu.
Why? We can't forget the light eyes part, because that should have been the first time he wasn't shit.
Why a light eyes nigga named Kendu?
Yes. Why? First of all, why Mary ain't stab him? That's number one. Because nigga, a nigga named Kendu with light eyes, boy. Every day I'm shocked by the audacity of these niggas. Boy, that is some self-awareness, lack of self-awareness for your ass. But okay, so moving on. So this fuckery that's been in the NFL as of late. So we got what
the Saints are in first place in the NFC South. Continue.
I thought the Saints wasn't your team no more.
They're not, but I still hate the Falcons.
Or one might, yes or no?
I still hate the Falcons, and you niggas are not in first place in the division no more. So,
All that pity is not good for you.
my Titans, coming off a bye week, are sitting. We up there. I think we tied for first. We we all our teams in our division got fucked up bye weeks. Like we all stacked off and shit. So
Marcus Mariota still the future.
Marcus Mariota is the present and the future. Thank you for asking.
All right, I'm just checking in. Just checking in. I'm just here. So
Although I gotta say this. Deshaun Watson is something.
Yeah, that boy good.
And not only that, but when he came out in that Warren Moon jersey as a longtime Titans fan, I felt personally conflicted. Because it was like, damn, he played for the rival team, but they in Houston. But the team that Warren Moon played for is now in Tennessee. So Mariota needs to be repping. But I know Mariota not necessarily going to do that because he's not even playing right now. He's hurt. And it's a great nod that, one black quarterback's throwing to another, and Mariota's a minority, but he's Hawaiian. So I know it won't resonate to him in the same way. So damn, that's how I felt at the end of it. Damn. Anyway, continue.
But yeah, since it's been fuckery afoot, so we got we got what about those emails, the NFL edition, about keeping Cap out of the meeting between the players and the owners and the NFL. We got the NFL owners showing they whole ass, specifically Jerry Jones and what's the
Bob McNair was the other one.
Yes, McNair. Yes, thank you, man. That is why you're here and why we friends. We picking up what I'm putting down. And we have Tony Dungy taking up for fucking McNair. And we got the whole ass. Well, not everybody except 6 Titans players knelt during Sunday's game. So, where the fuck do you want to begin? Daniel?
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I was starting the car and I was on mute. Jump the question again because I had the plug in, but I didn't have the call in yet. So I didn't hit it last thing I heard was all but like 6 Texas players knelt.
Yes. So I was asking, where do you want to begin and dissecting all this fuckery?
Let's start with the meetings. And the reason I want to start with the meetings is because apparently they asked Kaepernick to show up to the meetings for some reason. And if I'm Kaepernick, I'm looking at them like,
I don't know her.
Right? Like, I'm gonna meet for a contract. I'm not gonna meet just to talk to you niggas about understanding why I started this protest. Why I started the protest should be obvious. If you need a refresher, go back and read some of my old quotes. I don't need to be in the room for that.
Correct. Now, and the only reason I could think of that he would even go is, or they will want him there, is that if they are serious about this shit, which we know they aren't, in seeing what things he has been doing in the community to progress social change for people of color. That's the only tangible reason I would even think that he would even entertain these niggas, about going there if he felt like they were serious. Other than that, I don't see why the fuck he would be there, because it's like he don't fuck with them and they don't fuck with them and they don't fuck with him. So why the fuck would he be there wasting his time?
Yeah, and it's like they're saying that he might get a job within the next 10 days. I saw the agent said that. And I mean, if that's the result of the smoking gun they allegedly have, which is that apparently they know about the collusion that took place between at least 2 owners, which is all it takes to prove his case and blow the whole shit out, blow the whole shit up. All he needs is 2. But I don't know. At this point, like, and this is another thing, but I always felt like if you're suing somebody, you don't invite them back to the room.
Yeah.
Because so he's filed a lawsuit. It's already on the books. And then you announce, hey, we're having the second meeting with some of the players. You're invited. What's to stop him from throwing a cup of water on the ground and slipping on it?
True.
That's why you don't have motherfuckers who are suing you around in the building. First off, number two, he's supposed to tell the people who won't give him a job how to do their jobs better.
Right, like that don't even make sense. And then, see, I didn't even know that news that you said that he might get a job within a couple of days, because we've kind of been consistent on this. Like, we don't even know if like he really even cares as much about playing anymore as he does his activism. So
yeah, I listened to the right time, and I remember one of the guys who Clinton Yates filled in on Friday for Bonnie, and the guy he had on, I can't remember what his name was, but he wrote this big article about the stuff that's been going on. And he asked him, he said, do you think, he was like, one word, yes or no, do you think Colin Kaepernick ever plays another down in the NFL? And the guy was like, no. And like, that's kind of what we've been for a long time. And to kind of hear that from somebody who traffics in NFL, I don't want to say gossip, but news and rumors and like what's going on in different locker rooms, to hear that come from that capacity, just like, whoa, shit, really? Like, they think this too? Like, wow.
right, it takes you aback.
Like, we think it because we're skeptics of the system ever, really correcting itself and getting out of its own way. They're saying they're kind of aggressively agreeing with that, but then they're also like voting no confidence in the guys in the NFL to do the right thing, which kind of makes you wonder how much longer does this sport persist. And I'm gonna pick up on that later, but let's finish going on with the fuckery that's afoot.
Yeah, so it's that level of fuckery, right? Then, kind of keeping one thing with that, then you have Jerry Jones losing his motherfucking mind, and him basically talking to the other owners like, I made you motherfuckers. I'm the top dog around here. Y'all got to listen to what I say. Being like, and you know what?
Can I interject it right here, real quick, and interrupt?
Yes.
He's not wrong.
Like, yeah. Yeah.
Like, look around at the current ownership of the NFL. The Falcons owner has been around since 2002, thereabout.
Yeah.
Obviously, you got the franchises like the Jaguars, the Panthers, the Texans, the New Browns, the Ravens. Who their owner passed away. He was a head ass, so whatever. But that's all new money. I mean, the Panthers got White Jerome as an owner. He's been around the game for a long
time. I hate you so much.
Bro, so Jerry Richardson, the owner of the Panthers, his first name is Jerome. He is White Jerome.
Oh, man. That is so, like, as soon as you said it, I could just picture, like, a White Jerome on an episode of Mario. I hate you so much.
You got White Jerome. You got, you look at Young Bull running the Colts, Irsay, trust fund baby. Ain't been around but so long. You got Bud Adams' daughter, or spouse or somebody, Amy Adams Strunk, daughter must be, in charge of my Titans. So yeah, you look around the league and it's a lot of relatively new money. You talk about the Davis family with the Raiders, you talk about, the Hunt family with the Chiefs, the Ford family with the Lions, the Packers and their little weird situation. The fact that the Bears are still under the same family, and so forth. So you have a handful of teams, but I mean, when you talk about Jerry Jones, you talk about a motherfucker who fired Tom Landry.
Yeah, I mean the motherfucker definitely owned slaves.
Like, he fired Tom Landry, and then Jimmy Johnson came from the U to Dallas, had some success, started spelling himself too much. He got fired because Jerry Jones needs to shine, baby. So imagine 25 more years of this when the Cowboys have vacillated between really good and barely competent. Not in the Super Bowl since 95 or whatever it was. Haven't even played one. But yeah, Jerry is very much like he's kind of got a point when he's the one swinging it around, going, "Hey, like, I'm the motherfucker who is the reason why when y'all don't turn a profit, y'all get a profit. It's because of me." Like, he's one of few who can make that boast and can have made that boast for a long time and be right about it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he was trying to what was it? He was one of the ones trying to get the rule written to make it where the players had to stand for the anthem.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, before you interrupted.
Before I introduce you to Right Jerome,
Yeah, but I mean, you didn't lie, so it's fine. But yeah, so Jerry ass gonna tell the other owners who, what pissed me off about that though, is that in Jerry doing that shit, somebody who I'm pretty sure regardless of what fan base you are from, you can almost every fan base can solidify with this point in that nobody fucks with Roger Goodell. I think that's safe to say.
Yeah.
I think that's safe to say. Like the hate for Roger Goodell transcends all fan bases. I think it's safe to say that. What pissed me off about what Jerry did was that reportedly Roger Goodell was the one that was saying, "Hey, y'all not listening to the players and hearing them out." Do you know how low the bar has to be for you to make fucking Roger Goodell look like
a hero? Right.
Yes.
Like, oh my goodness.
Yes. Do you know
I hadn't even thought about? Like, yeah. That's a bridge too far.
Yes, besides Jerry being a head ass about the shit, that's what pissed me off more actually than him being a head ass was that he made Roger Goodell look like a sensible motherfucker. That shit pissed me off so bad. But so Jerry ass gonna be like, yeah, I made you motherfuckers, and we have to have a mandated rule because these have to protest fucking up the bottom line and shit. And then this nigga fucking McNair gonna say that you can't have the inmates running the prison. Nigga.
Oh boy. 10 Texas players walked out. One of them didn't go back to practice that day.
Right, DeAndre Hopkins. Boy.
Who is either the best, second best, or third best player on that team. He's one of the three.
Yeah, somewhere in there. Boy, why on God's green earth would you say that in a meeting that is first of all, why would you say that out loud in public at all? But you damn sure
he said inmates running the prison, which isn't even the right turn of phrase any damn way.
Correct. Why would you say that in a meeting with your players that are in the subject matter of the meeting is supposed to be racial injustice? Why would you say that? Why?
Because when you're white and you're privileged and you're rich and you're everything else, you don't have to think about how the things you say affect other people.
Correct. Because god damn, when I seen it, I was like, there's no, like, even knowing, like, especially old rich white man, like, I was like, there's no goddamn way you could be this fucking stupid to say that shit. But I was like, god damn.
It wasn't, you know what? It wasn't in the context, in the framework of white privileged man says obstinately stupid thing. It wasn't stupid. What was stupid about it was that he chose that framework to actually do it in. Like, he chose to traffic in the framework of inmates and prisons and things. And it's like, you realize these guys are 2/3 black, right? Like,
right.
2/3 of the guys on any given roster are going to be black. I think that's about how the breakdown racially goes in the NFL. And then when you factor in the other non-minorities, non-black minorities, you're trafficking in some serious minority spaces. But again, when you have spent your entire life not having to worry about how people process the things you say, either because they're scared of the power you hold, or they're scared of the influence you hold, or they know that you sign their checks, or whatever it may be,
that's the result you get.
Traffic in the realm of Freudian slips. And I heard somebody try to call it a Freudian slip and say that he was taken out of context, and it's like, no, a Freudian slip is when you say something you didn't mean to say, but it was on your subconscious, so you always thought it.
Right. Like, yeah, there's people love talking. Motherfuckers love saying.
Like
Motherfuckers
if I said that black and red Falcons don't look that bad, then I'd be like, shit, fuck. I wasn't supposed to say that. I'm not supposed to ever let anybody know that I fuck with the Falcons, uniform colors. They're kind of tough or whatever. I'm not supposed to say that. That's not supposed to be common now. They're not supposed to have that quiver in their arrow to use against me.
You are so damn petty.
I mean, I don't. But the thing is, I don't actually mean that. Like, red and black. NC State fan, they wear red, white, and black. So I mean, fuck. What would I look like saying that the colors themselves are stupid? I just think the football team. So
you're doing amazing. But yeah, But I was saying, like, motherfuckers love saying people need to read for context to defend some stupid shit. Like, what happened? I wonder what happens to all those people when they tell you to read for the context, and the context is just as bad, if not worse, than what
right?
you originally thought. Those same people ain't never around then.
Right?
They ain't never around for like, okay, you say read for the context,
is still pretty fucking racist.
Right. Like, them people ain't never around then.
I got nothing for you. This is still monumentally stupid. Anyway, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
What else we got? Anything?
Let's see. Oh, speaking of more fuckery, so and this is kind of not a rant, but just okay. So Justin Timberlake is supposed to perform at the Super Bowl, and there has been a lot of talk on social media about what he did with Nipplegate and shit. And I just gotta say this: if God forbid, listen, if you don't care what JT did at the Super Bowl and with Janet and shit, that's fine. Nobody has to care. But you could do the favor of shutting the fuck up about people that do. Because here's the thing. In the long game, of course, Janet is fine. I don't know if Janet still think about Nipplegate. I don't know. I'm not Janet Jackson. I'm not her friend. I don't know.
Unfortunately, I'm not. Yes, that is
right. Correct. Unfortunately, because I would love to be Janet's friend.
Right, dog. Think how dope that would be. Like, fuck this topic for a moment. If you were Janet Jackson's friend, like texting Janet Jackson like shit and jokes and whatever, and you text her a meme shit you with the ha reaction, dog, that shit would be so trill. Like, I think
it would, because she seems like such a sweetheart.
Like, I think Janet Jackson, Rihanna, and Russell Westbrook would probably be like my top 3 like people that I legit wish I could be like friends with. Like, not like super close friends, but like, yeah, we texting buddies, we get down, we send each other shit, make each other laugh, jokes, whatever, so on and so forth. This nigga checks on me as I'm doing and shit. Like that'd be pretty fucking trill. And Maxine Waters is honorable mention on that list. I think she would double space after all her periods, but I can get over that pretty quick. Anyway, Janet Jackson is probably well over Nipplegate by now. It's been, let's see, that was 2004. It's been 13. It'll be 14 years coming up when that shit happened.
All right. So Janet is on the long game. Of course, Janet is fine. But if there are people, and specifically Black women, who identify that, because here's the thing: even if Janet is over it, which I'm pretty sure she is, that still doesn't mean that the shit wasn't fucked up. That JT pretty much left her out to dry. People can have revisionist history if they want. Motherfuckers was mad. Now, obviously, not, like, motherfuckers, and by the people that were mad, I'm pretty much talking about white people. Janet got drugged by those motherfuckers. Like, people can have revisionist history if they want to act like that shit wasn't as big a deal at the time, but that shit was a big deal. White folks were mad as a motherfucker at Janet, as a motherfucker, and there was rumors of like, was she banned or not? I didn't know, so I didn't. Unlike a lot of people, when I don't know some shit, I shut the hell up. So I did some digging, and while it may not be an official, the Super Bowl has come out and say we're not gonna bring this bitch back. They haven't even offered her. It's not even been on the table.
Something not to offer her. So like, it's not you
right.
banned, but it is we are not offering you. We've agreed on this as a collective. Everybody who read this email agreed.
Correct. So it's like it may not be an official outright ban, but it's about as close as fucking possible. So the fact that she got all that shit, I'm sorry. God forbid that black women who probably identify with Janet being a black woman and knowing the shit that black women go through, I'm sorry. Excuse them for maybe not fucking with JT anymore because of that shit. And here's the thing. I am not saying I don't still listen to JT. I am not saying that you acknowledging that JT did something pretty fucked up makes his music bump any less. I am not saying that you acknowledging that JT did something fucked up means you have to have the same level of fuck him that some people and black women may have towards him. But what I'm saying is the least you could do is shut the fuck up and let people cook. Because if you don't care anyway, why the fuck would you go out of? Oh, go ahead, Dan. I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying I was trying to finish the sentence, but you went a different direction. Continue though.
No, I'm probably the same thing. Like, if you don't give a fuck anyway, which is kind of obvious that you don't, because you are choosing to have this head-ass stance against people that don't fuck with JT for this shit. If you don't care anyway, I'm sorry. Common sense to me is if I don't care about something, I shut the hell up and go about my business and go about some shit that I do care about. So to me, if you don't give a shit about what JT did, common sense to me would be to let the people that do care and are mad about this shit have they fucking soapbox and go about doing something that you give a fuck about. That's just me. Maybe I'm slow. Maybe I'm stupid.
Too much like right.
Because here's the thing, people. I have seen motherfuckers on these here interwebs hold grudges for people for some shit much less, and they are the first motherfucker to say, "Don't tell me how to feel." So how the fuck do you turn around and then be so comfortable in telling black women, "Hey, that shit was years ago. You need to get over this shit about Justin Timberlake"? Is it Uchi Wallet or One Mic? Yes or no, nigga?
Exactly. Yeah, niggas is nigging every day, B.
Niggas is nigging every damn day. Okay, so one more thing and then we're gonna get out of here. So this was a Root article, and I'm gonna put this disclaimer out. And another article came out similar from a different website, but I ain't got time to. I had it open, but I ain't got time to put this shit back up. But it's pretty much in the same vein. So I'm going. This was a Root article, like I said. I'm going to give out this disclaimer. I don't fuck with the overall point, but I do think some of the points were. I agree with some of the points, but overall, it does. Basically, it's a post. It's an article about Chrisette Michele, and we know that Chrisette Michele was the one that sung at Agent.
Yeah.
Yeah, Agent 45.
She did the stupid.
Yeah. She sung at the inauguration. So and people in the black community don't fuck with her because of that. So this article, I'll read the headline. Well, not the headline, but like the first paragraph. It says Chrisette Michele is one of the latest examples of how some people in the black community, particularly on social media, seem to lie in wait for a black woman to make a public misstep so they can throw her in the trash. Basically, this article stemmed from K Michelle going on Instagram and sharing her I guess like her bout with depression and her miscarriage and her having a miscarriage and thought her bout with suicide or thoughts and all this shit. And apparently some people, some of her I don't even want to say fans, but just people in social media went on her and black people went on her Instagram and brought up that she sung at Trump's inauguration and was like, "Fuck you, bitch," and basically in the words of the article, all hell broke loose pretty much on her Instagram. And basically the gist of the article is, well, damn. Uh, Basically, the gist of the article is like we are as a collective community more quick to throw a black woman out in the trash, metaphorically, that does some head ass shit more than we are a black man that does some head ass shit. And see, on some level, I do agree with that. Because I mean, we can't sit here and lie and that like motherfuckers don't protect black men who are abusive. I mean, one of the prime fucking examples, and probably will always be a prime fucking example, is fucking R. Kelly. You know what I mean? So I don't think we can just because we may not agree completely with this article, we can't act like there isn't a hint of truth to that on some level, right? Because motherfuckers, I mean, like I said, we do, as unfortunately as a group, not everybody, not every single individual person, but as a collective, we do kind of, not even kind of, but we do protect black male abusers and are reluctant to kind of say fuck that nigga, as opposed to when a black woman fucks up, we are more quicker to say fuck that bitch. That's just like a societal thing. You know what I mean? Like we're quick to say, like it's not even something that's like I don't think it's something that's exclusive to the black community. I just think that's kind of like a societal thing. Like we are much easier to say and quicker to say fuck that bitch than to say fuck that nigga. You know what I mean? So I think that's a societal thing. But at the same time, while reading the article, it does kind of come off as like how we get those stories about how those poor Trump voters regret voting for him. Like that, it kind of does come off like that. And I can't really fuck with the overall I can't really fuck with the whole thing is because like there are some things where it's like, dude, like you shucked and jive for Trump. Like, do you think Trump gives a fuck about your reproductive rights as a woman? Do you think Trump gives a fuck about your depression and your suicide and your suicidal thoughts and your like he is literally actively has an administration in place that is actively trying to make to strip away your health care and your rights as a woman, as a cis woman. So it's like I'm not wishing death on you. Like that is fucked up that people are like fuck you for going through suicide and all that shit. Like that's fucked up. And I do have, unlike some people, I do have the integrity to acknowledge that that's fucked up and I don't condone that shit. At the same time, it's like I don't believe in fictive kinship where it's like we have to like I don't know, I don't really have the words for it, but it's like I can't I don't know, I don't have the words for it, but I don't really I don't know. I disagree. Like overall, I disagree, but I think a couple of points were valid, but overall, I just don't agree with that because it's like it's got to be a line, dog. We can't. If you don't have no line, that's what will have you in fictive kinships, where it's like this motherfucker supports Mike Pence, but that's a mistake, and we shouldn't throw them out because they black. Like, no, nigga, no. I'm sorry, I took up all that damn time, Dan. What? Go ahead. What you think? Daniel? Daniel? There you go. There
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. No, so I was gonna say real quick, and then we get out of here. I think it's okay to say, hey, look, it was foolish that she chose to do this thing with Trump, and not only did she choose to do it, but she like doubled down and tripled down and quadrupled down on it.
Correct.
And to hold that in file A, and then in file B to go, girl, like suicide, lost a baby, like that sucks. That's hard. That has nothing to do with the fact that like we ain't rocking with you
musically because you made this decision, and what we know you for is your music, and you chose to share your music in a specific context that we don't abide with. And yeah, no, the fact that you're suffering with these other things, like, that hurts, obviously. No one wants to see you, no one prefers to see you go through any of that stuff, but like, you got to understand, you set fire to some bridges along the way. And I think we should just end it on that note. Like, there's no more bridge for her to cross with some people, and she's got to be okay with that. She's got to make her new normal with her new core listener base and let that be that. So
Yeah.
Close this out, fam.
Yep. That you can go ahead. You can go ahead and go. I'll close it out.
All right.
So yeah, this has been Crown of Collards episode 144. Thank you all for listening to us. Thank you all for rocking with us. This was kind of an all over the place show. We did like Dan's been on the road, and then he had a incredible bout with the post office. So yeah, this has kind of been an all over the show place. We'll be back next week with a more cohesive show. Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you like us, subscribe to us, share us with your friends, give us reviews and shit. And be a greater hoe and not a hater hoe. And until next time, we are out.